sports. It's in the game.
Hey, yeah, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down. Look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fate now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, been more PayPal. Turned up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury.
And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. KRS-1688 out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Soldier Field. And this is not a good start. That kick falls just short of the landing zone, and this opening drive is going to begin from the 40.
We're outside.
Darnold looking to throw. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best like curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Play action on first down. Fits it through the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down from the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Throwing here, Darnold. Caught near the pylon. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Jones will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
It's Vikings ball as we return for the second, and they've got to be thinking points here. Man in motion, out of the slot. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Pass is caught by Addison. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. So now, here's third and goal. Jones. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Smith able to put it through. And they're on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go, shot.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
70 Timberwolf.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Connection made to the rookie from Washington. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's go now.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Check go.
Swift gets it on the option. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
He loses the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10.
Red 80.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Red 80.
Out of the gun, a give to Jones. Has a lane inside the 35. And he gets this all the way to the 31-yard line. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Real side. Right side.
Darnold. That's caught at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears can only get the return up towards the 10 before they're taken down. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That's caught. Keenan Allen. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running
Yep.
it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Go!
Now an inside give to Johnson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Let's go! Huh.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Panther 60, Panther 60, check out.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Moore going to motion over right.
Go!
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he's brought down for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or 2 ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Shut up!
Receiver in motion, headed right.
Ready, ready.
Able to get it to Moore. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush a passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
This one's caught. And in for the Chicago touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Bears offense, look at this. They haven't moved. They're going for 2.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And this is going to be caught, so they get the 2, and now trail by only 2. Three-quarters in the books from this one. This game can still go either way. Only 2 points separating these squads as we begin the 4th. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Powell now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Motion man right is Jefferson. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Wide open down the field, and he has it! It's a Minnesota touchdown! The Vikings push this to an 8-point game. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown! I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Williams set to pass. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Ready?
Now Williams. Swift hauls it in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. But so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
60 Eagles, 60. Ready?
1st down throw by Williams. Finds a seam down the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got into the 27. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Cowboy 80. Set, go. Hey, check that. Street. Hut.
Off the play fake, Williams. Pass is caught at the 9. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And now they have a first and goal.
Cougar 19. Here we go. Here we go. Take off.
From the red zone now. Touchdown, Chicago! So now the Bears getting set. Big moment coming as they go for two.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
Go.
He'll look to throw it. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
Going to be a little armchair quarterback after that call. Looked like the defense knew exactly what was coming.
So just inside the 2-minute warning, they have to get the onside kick back. And this is covered by the Vikings hands team. Needed to try it, we all get it, but didn't work. Still now have those 3 timeouts to fall back on.
They did need to try it, but I think there is a school of thought of, hey, also kick it deep with those 3 timeouts. So now your defense can't give up a yard. Right now, you've really burdened your defense to get a quick stop, and make sure they do not give up any yardage to this opposing offense.
Let's go defense. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Second down now, 7 to go. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
We go set.
With that play clock getting perilously close to 0, Kevin O'Connell calls for a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They've got a man in motion. Looking to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted! Kevin Byard comes up with it. And the defense has come through. They're in the end zone, and that gives them the lead. You get a pick 6, you get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
Highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
So now the Bears getting set. Big moment coming as they go for 2.
Let's
The
go.
Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
trying for it on the ground. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails.
Bears 20, Vikings 17. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Powell now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Drive starts out with a first and 10. Here he is to throw. He's on the move. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Back to throw. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Minnesota spends its second time out here. Still one more in their pocket to use.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. Setting up to pass. Escapes the pocket. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Working inside the red zone. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Williams will look to throw. Has his man, it's Swift. And a good pickup of 9 there before it gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. Off the mark there, incomplete pass. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
To throw. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he stops the clock and moves the chains. 14 seconds to go. He gets 6 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Trying to push it deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution.
Corner and shook my, now I'm finna give y'all another